Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Wendy Calls the Heart. Because it's a Wendy episode.
I see what you
It's a Wendy episode.
That's really
so it's
great,
like
buddy.
Wendy.
Super great. Hey, I'm Panda, and I like Wendy Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan, and I like Wendy.
Look at that horse.
I despise Wendy when calls the heart.
And this
Is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday to
Hey,
you.
it's so good to be here.
Gosh, what a way to spend a Thursday. Just hanging out with my boys, talking about When Calls the Heart,
Man,
having
it
a
doesn't
good
get
time.
better than this.
It sure doesn't.
Man,
It sure
this
doesn't.
is the dream.
It is.
The dream? Whose dream? Yours?
Yeah, I would say so.
We're
How
all
does it
living
feel,
Panda's dream.
Panda, after today? You would count. How about we do this? Counting today, you only have 3 more When Calls the Heart reviews.
That's it.
Wait, counting today? So there's only 2 more after today?
That's one way to look at it.
No, there should be. This is episode 7.
This was episode 8. Into
there's
the
only
woods.
9 and 10.
Holy
2 more after
smoke-a-roni.
this.
2
That's
more.
it.
That's right.
Wow.
You'll never have to talk about it ever again if you
Man.
don't want to.
I'm gonna wanna. I'm telling you guys. You guys laugh, but
No, this is an area where I do think you're going to still watch the show. I think what you'll do is you'll like binge it at some point. I don't think you'll like keep up with us week to week. I think you'll just like try to watch them all.
yeah.
You're not going to
Yeah.
sit down after Bramblefest and go, time to pick it back up.
No way.
No, I'm gonna binge it. My goal is as soon as I'm done with this, I'm planning on binging and just knocking out the show. I want to find out what happens. I want to get caught up.
And I'm
Nothing happens. Caught up.
Caught up.
All right. Well, we'll see. Know that you're welcome back anytime.
I want to be able to talk fluently
Sure.
in
With the Hardys.
With the Hardys.
That's
With
right.
the Hardys and the Hurdies and the Zerdies and the Wordies.
The wordies.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a wordy.
Hey, I'm just a word. You guys remember Wordle?
Oh, the word over
Man, that was so good.
R.I.P. word.
Hey, you know what I love?
No,
I
the New
love
York-
words.
New York
I love
Times
words.
No,
started.
but I love words more than you love words.
No, you couldn't.
Oh, I've got a word for you.
What?
Shove off.
I've got a word for you.
Go ahead.
Hocus pocus nopus.
Oh, that was a good word.
Yeah, you handshake. No. Oh, that was weird handshake. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it. Let's stick to words.
Words. I love you.
I love you.
Yo.
My favorite part of the wordies is that they have to say handshake
Yes.
before they shake each other's
Yes, we
hands.
do.
Well, because that's how words do.
That's how wordies do.
All right. Well, I'm excited about we only got a couple more episodes of this season. And I do feel like things are really good picking up.
Yeah, they are.
We got a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Nice to
A
meet you.
cliff on dinger. We got a cliffhanger in this episode, which we don't get
Oh
very
my
often.
gosh,
so.
it was delicious.
Can't wait for it. Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about you, Brad?
Doing good. Things coming along for Bob's
they're
Baby
clicking.
Fest.
They're clicking.
Do you got
They're
it?
clicking down at the Fitzies, too.
Yes.
Yeah, you ever heard of Eric Clapton?
Sure.
Yeah, his brother is in a Starship cover band called Wood Nichols.
Okay.
And I got them playing.
A Starship cover band.
Starship cover band.
Okay.
You know, we built this city on rock and roll.
Sure.
Yeah, they play that for an hour straight. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Their guitar player, bonkers.
How can I haven't got an update on Butts Out.
Butts out?
Yeah.
What about it?
Just how's the business?
It's not a business brand.
It's just butts out. You either
I
go
don't
in.
know. I just like read one book.
You
one
made
time
a
in your life.
thing.
It's a circle.
It's a circle that
Right.
you put so that the people that are smoking know where to put their butts.
I thought you were trying to sell that to other establishments.
No, it's just for Fitzies. I think other establishments should do it, but I've not tried to enterprise this thing. I got a lot on my plate here.
Like what?
The 4 for 2, the Boss Baby Fest, Wood Nickel, Starship cover band.
And
is
half of
coming
your
in.
life is spent trying to explain the 4 for 2.
No, only to you because you're a dummy.
You're telling me that when you go on the street
I don't.
and you have every other.
This is a prestigious product. I don't hawk these on the corner of 8th and 90ville.
You do though. Every
don't.
other Thursday you
No
have a
way.
booth. Then who's doing it? Who did I see?
you saw a friend of mine.
Who?
My pants.
No, but for real, who did I see?
It was me. I was
Yeah.
on the corner of 8th and Honeyville.
Yeah. So how do you explain it to the people?
It's pretty easy. You want a good George? You know a George Foreman grill?
I got a clip.
Okay. Hi there. Come get your 4 for 2s right here. Come step right up. What's your name?
My name is Cleaver.
Hey, Cleaver. How you doing?
Blessed, highly favored.
Oh, good for you.
Can I tell you about Jesus?
Sure.
Okay. So, tell me 4 things you've ever done in your life.
Oh, I walked the plank. I sung a song. I danced all night, and I drove a VW Pug.
Okay, I'm gonna go. It's not worth my time.
Well, that was a weird clip.
That was so weird. Do we have a clip, Trace? I don't know why you picked that one.
So many different things there.
I don't know why you picked
to
that
point
one.
out is not part of any of the setup.
Trace,
there.
can you pick a clip where he actually tries to sell the 4 for 2?
Got it. Here it comes.
Hi.
Hello there.
I see you're selling a 4 for 2.
I am. What's your name?
My name's Teaver.
Oh, okay, Tiva. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
That's
thank
my
you.
son, Tiva. It's Cleaver over here. Go ahead, Tiva. Let's see how you got it.
Okay. I see that you are selling a 4 for 2, but have you heard about the 3-in-1? That is the Trinity and Jesus. Do you know him?
I do not.
Can you tell me about 5 things you've done?
I sure can.
Do 4. It's easier.
Oh, 4 things.
Okay. I ate a pizza. I tied my shoe. I combed my hair. Tap dance.
No, it's not
You're
worth
right.
our
It's
time.
not worth it. I know.
God, this is the weirdest thing we've ever done.
So do we not have a single clip?
I guess not. I guess not.
I got this last one.
Hello.
Hey there. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, what's your name?
Miva.
Neva.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to buy a 4 for 2 grill?
Well, it depends. Do you know about Jesus?
I do not.
That's my sister.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thought it might be.
I'm Cleaver's
Daughter.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Name 7 things you've done.
You sure you don't want 4?
Daddy told me do 4.
Yeah, do 4.
Decorated the tree. Swept the streets. Drove a stick shift. Volleyball on the beach.
It's not
That's
worth
not
our
worth
time. Can you tell us about the 4 for 2, though?
I can't. I'm sorry.
God
Do you know about
bless.
Jesus? All
God
right.
bless.
Are you guys ready to dive into When Calls the Heart?
Gosh, that's bad. That's bad.
If you just want to write that down for the best,
Just go ahead. Just mark
go ahead,
Just go
mark
ahead
that.
and just timestamp it.
because that's for everyone. Everyone. That's right on everyone. That's an even playing field.
No one. If you jumped in, this was your first episode. You'd be like, man, that's funny.
That's funny right away. No more content or context needed. When Calls the Heart, Season 7, Episode 8, Into the Storm.
Into the storm.
Into the
storm,
woods, the
storm.
woods, the woods.
It's into the woods.
Into the woods.
It's into the woods.
Is it?
Yes.
Into the woods, the woods.
It's Into the
It is
Woods?
into the
Yeah.
woods.
Why did they go into the storm?
Yeah, you were
Into the
wrong.
Woods. It originally aired on April 12th, 2020. And it went a little something like this. Ooh.
2020.
Thank you.
Better late than never.
The episode kicks off with Elizabeth journaling about how much fun she had with Lucas and how she's noticed a change in Nathan and that both men would be amazing suitors. Amazing suitors. Lee surprises Rosemary with tickets to Los Angeles, followed by a cruise, and somehow ending up in New York City. Rosemary's skeptical, and I think we can all agree that we will believe it
Yeah.
when we see it.
That's right.
Lucas is worried about Gowan and the company's finances still. I think this is the 3rd episode in a row that's been brought up.
Sure.
Gowan still refuses to show him the books, though. Elizabeth is preparing to take half of the class on a field trip. Carson is going to come in and teach the other class, half of the class, about science. She bakes Lucas some cookies as a thank you for a great trip, and he gives her Virginia Woolf's autograph. Whoa. Well, how'd she do? Did she go like a wolf?
Nailed it. Nailed it, buddy.
Virginia wolf. There, sir.
Virginia is for lovers. So he also lends her some binoculars.
The
For
universal sign for binoculars.
right. For the kids to use on the field trip. One of the kids finds an arrowhead, and Robert scares everyone from behind a tree. Kick rocks, Robert. Nathan talks to Lee about learning how to drive. And you know what? I think he did that because he saw Lucas taking Elizabeth for a drive. I think
jealous,
he's like,
and he
maybe
wants to,
if
like,
I had a
compete.
car.
Yeah, of course.
I see. They find out that Jesse the Face isn't back from a little quest that he was supposed to be on. They're worried now about the winds on the mountains. Uh-oh. You know who else is on the mountain? Elizabeth and the kids. So Nathan says, you know what? I'm going to get on my horse and go...
Did you say horse?
and go see if I can find
That would
Elizabeth
be
and the kids.
inappropriate if you said it in that context.
Lucas
I'll
goes...
see myself out.
Lucas goes to Bill to
Back
file...
to you, Brand.
Lucas goes to Bill to file a complaint against Gowan. Elizabeth notices that the winds are picking up and decides they should head home. But it gets a bit stronger, so she finds a hiding spot in the cabin in the woods from that ghost episode. Remember that
I
one?
remember it, yeah.
But one of the girls is like, I forgot my arrowhead. I gotta run back and get that. So Nathan then shows up and is like, I'll go find her. Don't worry. Get the kids in the ghost house. Elizabeth, though, is impatient, and she goes out there to try to help find the arrowhead girl. She finds her, and then a tree almost falls on both of them. Nathan then sees this, finds them, gets them back into the cabin. He then lectures Elizabeth about how she's putting everyone in danger. And she's like, I think there might be something else bothering you. And he's like, I'm just trying to keep the town safe. They get back, and a group of the townspeople go to try to find Lee and Jesse the Face. They then end up finding them, and Jesse is fine, but Lee is not. It appears that Lee has hit his head on the ground. He's breathing, but not great, and is currently knocked out. So they get him back to Dr. Carson, who's there, and Rosemary shows up. She's very worried, and we're all wondering, is he ever going to breathe again? And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart into the Woods. The woods.
We did it.
We did it, everybody. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and see if we hear any more from Cleaver, Seaver, or Meaver.
Teaver. Yeah.
Weaver. Back
Weaver
on.
would have been a no-brainer there. You
No.
guys went
Sheaver, really.
with Teaver and Meaver.
That's Cleaver's
Kids.
kids.
There's nothing you can do about
There's
that.
nothing I can do about
That's
that.
right.
It's Cleaver. We'll be right back here on Deck Dog. Guys, I can't find it anywhere. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We're back, everybody. Sorry. We are talking about When Calls the Heart into the Woods. Let's see what Panda thinks as he dives into his hot take.
Okay.
Panda, what do you think about this episode of television, buddy?
Yeah, so this is the best episode of season 7. Not even close. Blindingly good. For season 7.
Jiminy Christmas.
Here's the deal. Here's what I liked about this episode. First of all, something happens. Second of all, there's a cliffhanger. Cliffhanger, if you will.
Here he is. Get back on track.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. So listen, like the show is struggle busting. The other problem is, I guess if you were watching week to week and then potentially, like, I could see where maybe you would be genuinely concerned that Lee might die.
No.
But
No, you couldn't even say it altogether. You had to like pause to gather yourself to not laugh.
But maybe you're thinking, hey, they could kill off a favorite. But yeah, so I mean, if you take that aside, nothing happens.
Well, after how the Hardys handled the Jack situation, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really happens. Again, like all of the stuff happens and it's interesting, but that's about it.
That is the good
There's
news,
peril.
Panda, is stuff does happen. Back to you in the studio. Yeah, I think this episode's fine. I think, the things that I'm interested in is stuff that like they're not giving time to. Like I'm legitimately interested in Gowan and Lucas and this whole thing.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. Even though they haven't really given anything, like any information aside from the books and Gowan looking.
Odds Gowan is doing something shady.
0%.
0%.
But I'm interested in it, and that's all that matters.
Why?
Because they're good characters. I like them. I like them being.
Last week you said they took everything away from Lucas that was any good enough.
Yeah, but you get a little bit of at least a little bit of passion from him, and then anytime with Gowan's a good time. Gowan's back is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't really care as much about Wind in this case. I actually do care a lot about Wind. That's not true. I love Wind. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that, Wind. That's on me. I said it, and then I immediately regret it, and
Thank
that's
you
on
for
me.
apologizing as quickly as you did.
Because I realized what I
I didn't
said.
want you to get out of hand.
I would never want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best part about this whole episode is the fact that there is a chance that Lee and Rosemary once again don't go to Los Angeles, and I would love for that to be a continued running gag because I think it's hilarious.
I actually just now thought of that, and that is funny.
If they don't go on this trip again, this would be a third time, and I'm here for that.
Yeah.
If that gag continues for seasons where he keeps getting tickets to Los Angeles and they keep not going, it's the best thing this show has ever done. That's a funny bit, and I'm here for that. Overall, I agree this episode actually had things going on, and so for that reason, I was actually like really...
I was pro Wind. You don't cut the wind.
You don't cut the wind.
You don't
That's
cut the
exactly
wind.
right.
That's
That's
right.
exactly right. You can't see the wind.
Seeing the effects of the
That's
wind.
exactly right.
Amen.
And guys, can I ask you this? What do you think about the whole? What do you think about Nathan in this episode?
Well, I mean,
He was there.
it's
Yeah,
pretty.
no. But what did you think about him? Like he was kind of a little
Sulky.
less sulky, but also just mean.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, I guess that his reaction to Elizabeth is supposed to be played as he was worried for her safety.
Worried for her.
But it's one of the biggest overreactions of all time. If you're in a cabin and you hear the lost kid yelling, you're going to go and get that kid. Like,
Right.
what they're trying to do is once again paint Nathan as having this very, like, intimate connection with Elizabeth. And while I don't buy that, it does work better than whatever Lucas and Elizabeth have going.
So it didn't bother you that he got mad.
Yeah, I thought he should not have gotten mad, and Elizabeth should be mad at him for getting
Well,
mad.
so here's the problem, though. Now we have Lucas, who's turning into the most boring person in the world, and Lucas, who's just mean.
And Lucas?
And Nathan.
I'm sorry, and Nathan, who's
Yeah.
just mean.
Mean, yes.
Yeah.
So now we're stuck with no
they're
one.
all losers.
Well, no, not losers.
No losers.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
I stand by it. Lucas loser. Nathan emotional loser.
Emotional loser.
An emotional
Dan?
loser.
Yeah, so leave it to season 7 for their big, like, action-packed episode to be just like a case of wind. Like, this is beyond terrible. Is it better than, we've watched 8 episodes, is it better than 5 or 6 of them? Probably, but like, we're really deep in the mud here, guys. Like, it's wind. Nothing happens. This entire episode.
It's not even raining.
Here's the thing is, this episode is just a progressive scene after scene of people going, I'm going to go find them. And somebody going, no, don't do it. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to go. And then they go up to the wind and they come back. And then somebody else goes, I'm going to go find them. And they're like, don't go. And they're like, no, I'm going to go. And then they go to the wind. And then somebody else goes, I'm going to go find them. Literally, it's not like Nathan.
And each one goes Gone with the Wind.
That's right. Gone with the Wind. You nailed it. It's not like Nathan, Bill, Lee, all these people go at the same time as one. It is one at a time.
Yeah.
Over and over again, they go back and they go, such and such isn't back yet. What do you think we should do? I'm going to go find him. Don't do that. You should. I'm going to go. And then it just happens all over and over again. And then Lee is unconscious. That's the episode. Nothing happens. The only thing that happens is the Gowan Lucas storyline where he's going to file a court order or whatever, but we're going to find out that like Gowan's given to some orphanage or something. I'm sure of it. But this Wynn storyline is preposterous. It's so terrible. It's not even a good it's not even like a hurricane or a thunderstorm. It's just wind.
It's strong wind.
Strong wind.
You ever get stuck in a strong wind?
Not where that I couldn't walk through it. No.
One time when I was driving back from
Here he is. Here it comes.
true story. When I was driving back from when I worked at After School Plus back in the day, as I was driving, I was trying to get home, and
Here he goes.
power went out.
Sure.
And so I just had to keep like taking different ways to get home, like because I didn't want to try to cross when like big roads where there's a lot of like traffic and stuff like that. You don't want to get hit. So
You treat it like a four-way stop.
Yeah, you just
but
if
other
it's
people do
blinking
not.
red, it's stop. If it's blinking yellow,
I am fully aware of how it works. I am
Are
also
you?
yes, because the reality is most people don't treat
Most
it that
people
way.
don't, that's
And
true.
And I didn't want to die, so I would take a right and left. Anyway, I found
See,
myself
my
on a
thing
back
with that-
road.
go ahead, sorry, yeah.
I found myself on a back road during strong wind. And it knocked over a tree right in front of me. It almost hit the car in front of me. Car zoomed right as the tree almost landed on it. It was very scary. And then,
Wow.
so I had to turn around, and I had to go a different way. Trees down everywhere. Big, strong wind.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
My thing with treating it like a four-way stop situations is not that I'm worried about dying at it. It's that because people don't know what they're doing, it takes longer. Like it
Yes.
drives me nuts. It's
yeah,
just
that's
like-
true.
Yeah,
It
that's
takes-
why I
you'd
would avoid
much
it.
rather have a traffic light because people are confused when you don't have one. But it's very possible to still commute.
Yes, but I just didn't want to sit there for
The
like
reason
8
you still do it is so you don't get on a back road where a wind could knock down something and hit your
That's
car.
true. It is more dangerous.
So what's better, me sitting there waiting for cars to come and hit me,
No,
or
no, that's
taking
not- wait a minute.
because that's the options
No,
you just
those
gave
are
me.
not
Dan.
the two
That's the
options at all.
options you just gave me.
Wait-
You basically was
wait
like,
for a
hey,
car to sit
I
and hit
wish,
you.
Panda,
That's
you
what you said.
I-
You said wait for a car to sit and hit you. You're going to sit there and wait as a car just blindsides you?
if that's what you want me to do, Dan.
Clearly. Yeah.
Apparently.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm with Pan on this one. I was once in a heavy storm, and I don't know what happened to this car, but I'm sitting there at a red light. It's raining pretty hard, and I look over to my left, and there's a car that's driving in the grass, going as fast as they can, and they go up a hill and just fly and crash. And I'm like, what happened to them? How did they get there? How'd you end up over there?
Yeah, that's a story.
Yeah, it's probably because of the four-way stop.
That's what it was.
No,
The four-way stop.
no.
Four-way
situation.
stops
Gotta get on
get
those
you.
back roads.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah.
All the feels,
Yeah.
Panda?
When Rosemary, when Rosemary looks at the good doctor himself and she says, "Do everything in your power to make him feel good," that got me. It was good.
What got me about that is that like, what is Carson should be like? Well, I wasn't gonna, but now that you've made this emotional plea, I'll do my best.
The other thing is, I don't know if I would plea to Carson, who has killed somebody
Yes,
in a dire
on the table.
situation.
Yes, yes.
Not to bring up old baggage, but
I didn't get a ton of feels in this episode. I like wind. I do want to point it out again. I said
the early big wind is coming back, and they're
so.
not
I
happy.
said earlier that I didn't like wind, and I do want to get it on the record as many times as possible. I do like wind.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
if wind is listening,
That's true.
that was on me, and I shouldn't have said that.
should just be better.
So I did like that. I appreciated. I got like funny chuckle feels when the kid came back to Carson after Carson was the teacher for the day, and he was clearly like felt defeated. The kid comes back and he says, "It wasn't baseball, but it was pretty fun." And then this music comes in. It's like, and he's like, "Ah, shucks." That whole thing just gave me a good chuckle.
Was just like what? Like, are we watching like Dead Poets Society? Is
music
this
was
supposed
so
to be
funny.
Some, like,
It wasn't baseball, but it was a little bit fun. Hey, I don't know who picked the music for it, but I loved it. Dan?
No, I searched
We'll
my
be
heart,
right
found
back here at
nothing.
Deck the
Yeah.
Hallmark. What We're back, everybody, to the Pro Wind podcast. We're three
And we
boys.
want to get that straight away. We love wind.
Because I know what's going to happen. I know exactly what's going to happen is I'm going to run for office one day.
And they're going to play that clip.
And someone's going to play that clip.
Be over.
And I just
All
want
the
everyone...
wind super PACs, you don't have a chance anymore.
Ridiculous. It's time for the Wait What part of the show. It's where we talk about what in this episode. Just go, wait, what? Panda?
First of all, the one kid who is very much into baseball.
Yeah.
Also has to check where his heart is, and it looks like it's a revelation to him. He's just there, and that kid's way too old to not know where your heart is.
Yeah, buddy.
I would just say that the lady on the switchboard, I don't even remember her name,
Florence.
She's the worst. She's just the worst human. Going and being like, hey, did you hear about your husband? Sorry about that. And then walks off. And then finally, the only other one is Lucas goes and binds in a very nice bound leather book of Virginia Woolf, right?
Yes.
A custom binding job takes a while, does it not?
I mean, when you got the money that Lucas has, I guess.
He was like, I would have given it to you yesterday, but I wanted to go and get it bound.
Got that fish money.
And then she's so shocked that it has her Virginia Woolf's autograph in it. Like, how could you possibly have pulled that off at a Virginia Woolf reading? How could you have gotten that autograph?
Well, hello there.
I'm Virginia. I got a couple boys. Can we talk about the fact that we have split the class in two for a field trip?
Yep.
Which
Fine.
is an interesting choice, but
You
could have easily just, instead of having half the class stay back with Carson, just all go with Carson.
Yeah.
But can we also talk about the fact that she clearly split the half into favorites and non-favorites?
Yeah, the kids that get...
Like, none of the, the baseball kid, we've never heard a peep from him.
No.
Everyone else in that group's never said a word.
No.
All of the talkers, all of the
Allie,
favorites.
Opal, Pockets, they're
all
in the
together.
woods.
That's shady doings.
Not Pockets.
No.
Pockets
Rest
is-
in peace.
Robert.
Don't you?
I'm trying to manifest Pockets into existence.
are we all?
I miss Pockets
Dude,
so
I
bad.
saw Manifest Pockets live.
Dude, so good.
Oh, my gosh.
You're like, everyone here think about pockets.
Think about it. Think
Think
about it.
real
And during the
hard.
third hour of that set, dude, by that point,
I had a pocket.
I was thinking nothing.
We were
but
all in the
Pockets.
pocket.
It was unbelievable.
And last but not least, Carson calls jumping jacks star jumps.
Yeah.
And I would like him to politely get lost
Yeah,
with that.
please do.
Star jumps?
Yeah.
No, thank you. No. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with jumping jacks, what they've been called since Jesus.
What I wonder if jumping jacks was like a nickname given to them in the 20s or 30s, and they used to be star jumps.
I would
And
love to find out.
The one thing that Win Calls the Heart gets right.
All right, so we'll
historically.
have Carson do jumping jacks.
Excuse me.
Can I speak up, please?
Not on my watch.
They're called star
Star
jumps
jumps.
back then.
In October of 1919, Jack Flash said, "Why don't we call him after me, Jumping Jacks?"
He
This
was
takes
always
place
going
in
around doing
1917.
star
They
jumps.
are called star jumps.
What do you mean they are? No, they're not.
They're
Because
called
no one,
jumping
everyone
jacks.
calls them.
Jumping jack, also known as a star jump and called a
Right.
side straddling hop in the U.S. military.
Okay, but
Side straddle.
say what you said there. Jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, jumping jacks. Oh, what's the rest of
The
the
Also
sentence?
name
called-
origin for the jumping jack exercise has sometimes erroneously been identified as World War I U.S. General John J. Blackjack
Pershing did not know.
Pershing, who is said to have developed the exercise. But in fact, the name comes from the jumping jack children's toy, which makes similar arm swing and leg splay motions when the strings are tugged.
So it would have been called a star jump back then?
When did the jumping jack come?
If it's a marionette toy, it probably
It's
was
a marionette toy.
It probably was out before
Yeah. It's
1970.
been around. Jumping jack started around 1850,
Yeah,
I think was the
there you
first
go.
name.
So call them Jumping Jacks. Thank
Come
you.
on. That's all that I have. Dan?
It's good stuff. Lucas does give Elizabeth binoculars, and Elizabeth tries those binoculars out, and she goes, "Wow, you can see really far in these things. And she looks at Robert, who waves, and he is a mere 10 yards away at most. Like, they are not helping that much. Speaking of Robert, he does scare people with a wolf sound. If you got scared by that wolf sound, you deserve what's coming to you. Robert typically can kick rocks, but that is not a wolf sound that sounds anything like a real wolf. Good. Now that is more like it. See, you get it. Yeah. Give it to me, Panda. Is the wolf asleep? Snoring? There we go. All right, Gollum, calm down over there, buddy.
I don't know if I've actually ever heard a wolf.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, that's a dog. That's a hound. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's closer to that. That's like, yeah, Gollum.
I'm a Virginia wolf. Good sir.
I'm gonna blow your house down.
No, you won't.
Are you the pig
Not
now?
by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Oh. Do you want to sit down and stop this whole thing and just eat together?
Oh, wait. Oink?
Oink. He said oink.
Why, yes.
You are, yes. Anything else, Dan?
Oh, yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
Nathan rides the horse all the way up to the cabin, gets off the horse, looks at Elizabeth and says, hold on to the horse.
I'm going to go find
Because I got to go find this
spooks.
girl. The horse might get spooked in the wind. Okay. I have a series of questions. One, why ride the horse up there? Mm-hmm. Two, everyone that has left Hope Valley to go and find someone is on a horse.
Yep.
Do all the horses get spooked or just his? And if it's just yours, then as the Mountie of the town, pick a different horse. You went all the way up there to rescue folks with a horse that's scared of the thing that you're going to ride into to rescue people. That is not a horse equipped to do the job you're asking it to do.
That's fair.
You can't do that.
Can't do it.
Real bad. That's all I got.
It's time for the hopes and valleys.
You got it.
Panda, anything that's bringing you hope or bumming you out?
Yeah, I'm excited that the final 2 episodes I think are going to be real bangers. My valley is, guys, my time on reviewing this with you guys is coming up.
Womp, womp.
And it's making me a little sad.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
You said it. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm hopeful that Lee will live to see another day.
I think good news, buddy.
Yeah,
I
gotta
think
feel good about that.
I feel pretty good about that. And I'm not bummed out by a darn thing. Because you know what? At the end of the day,
Season 8's coming.
Season
It's
8's
gonna be a
coming.
Season 8's
banger.
coming. All rise. What you said at the end of season 6 was 7 was going to be all rise.
it's gonna be all rise.
Well-
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Dan,
Can't win them all.
You got to fall to rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the
Seven
rise and
years.
fall of and rise again. Of,
Yeah. Show sucks.
heart.
That's my valley. Hopes no way, no how. See ya.
no way, no how.
What's calling my heart?
I don't know. You tell
can
me.
Email us at hello@deckthehallmark.com. We've got a few spots left, basically, for the remainder of seasons. Well, I got a few. We got a few because we got 8 and 9, right?
Yeah, we got a slew of episodes
half
left.
dozen. You probably can email us in if you still have the wherewithal to do so. I don't know why you wouldn't have the wherewithal. It'd be pretty straightforward. This is from Naomi Vrazzo.
how to do it.
I can't. I could email back in the day, but now I just can't.
I will say,
I can't.
if for some reason you don't have the wherewithal to email,
Then please don't try.
1211 Lawrence Road, Suite C. If
Write us a
writing
letter.
a letter,
Write us a letter. If you have the wherewithal to write us a letter but can't email, I want to meet you.
yeah.
That would be fantastic. Naomi Vrazzo, What's Calling My Heart? This is the title of this is What's Calling My Heart 2, No Longer Unemployed.
Oh,
Hi, Brandanda, which
Hello.
I guess she shorted us to Brandanda. No, not Brandanda, Bradanda. Bradanda.
Bradanda?
Bradanda. I like it.
all right.
A few months ago, I sent an email about the time I was going through being unemployed, and y'all asked me to send an update. Well, here it is. I did not get a job by the end of March, but it gave me the push I needed to expand and hustle at my graphic design and photography business. Thankfully, I was able to stay afloat till June when I decided to move back to my home state of Michigan from where I was living in upstate New York.
The hand
Since then,
state.
I've gotten a great job and have successfully continued my graphic design and photography business.
Hey.
This definitely wasn't what I had planned, but I am happy overall with how things played out. What's calling my heart is how wonderful and supportive everyone here at home has been during a stressful time of transition. I wouldn't have been able to find stable ground without them, and I am feeling hopeful for the future for the first time in a while. All I know is that no matter how difficult the move back to Michigan was, it will never be as bad as having to watch Wind Calls the Heart every single week. Y'all should watch Good Witch next. Keep kicking rocks, Naomi Vrazzo. P.S. If you ever need a graphic designer, hit me up, and I'm going to give out her website just because. That's www.naomigracecreative.com. NaomiGraceCreative.com.
Naomi Grace
Oh man,
Creative.com.
that's great. I'm so
Oh,
proud
what
of
was
her.
the all man for?
Oh man, that's so great.
Oh, man.
Oh man, that's dope.
I was a graphic
I'm so-
designer.
Oh,
There's
man.
no way I can
Good
compete
job,
with
Naomi. We're all proud of you,
You did it.
and you're crushing it. She's crushing it.
You good?
I'm good.
She's crushing it.
She's crushing it.
We're going to be back tomorrow with our final Christmas movie until Christmas movies start again. A little later than I would start them, but in October. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas!
Deck the Hallmark is a That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Nillisname. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.